Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very long awaited episode of the Snappy Cappy. Today, we're going to be talking about basically all of the things that we've done since we've been gone.
Yeah, it's been too long. You would think that we've done like a lot, and it kind of is a lot, but
It has definitely been a lot.
it doesn't feel like it's been that much. But when you look at the list, it's been a bit.
It's almost a whole page.
Oh, fun.
Yes. So, do you want to talk about going back to school first?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I essentially quit my job, started coming back to school because you convinced me to. Thank you. But I'm trying to get my bachelor's in biology, and it's been a little bit easier than I remember school being so far. I feel like the anxiety was just from, kind of thinking back to middle school and high school. But no, it's been pretty fun. My instructors have been pretty cool and everything, so
That's good. Yeah, I also kind of see you doing your work and stuff. Minus the biology stuff, because I have no idea what the heck they're talking about in that class. But like some of the other classes, and I'm like, dang, I wish the workload was that light when I was in college. Because even me, I'm like, that's like almost nothing.
yeah. And that could just be, different college experience. Different colleges are going to handle their workload very differently, but
Yeah, and it'll be different once you're in, junior, senior year. It's gonna feel like it never ends,
that's
especially with the sciences.
oh yeah, that's exciting.
But you got this.
I hope so,
You
but
got this. So yeah, that's been really cool. We've been doing a lot of other things with college as well.
yeah, along with actually taking classes, I do a little bit of work study. I ended up joining our student senate, so I'm just a senator, so it's not like anything crazy important, but it's definitely an experience.
And it's a good experience to have too. And the internships that you've had too will
Oh
bring
yeah,
a lot of good
absolutely.
experience for the future.
hmm Yeah, I interned at Espanola Humane, one of the local pounds here in Espanola, and I've done a little bit of lab work with our biology department. So that's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah. Um, Speaking of college, I've also enrolled in classes for next semester. So I'm not in college right now, but I will be in January towards my master's degree. And I'm very not excited because the first class that I have to take is financial accounting, which um, I nearly failed both of my accounting classes when I was an undergrad. So I'm nervous.
I'm sure. So this kind of makes me want a soundboard for the dun dun dun. But either way, yeah, I've never taken an accounting class. I don't know how hard they are, but it sounds like math that I've never done before.
Yeah, it's complicated, and most of the equations. Okay, so you remember that one giant equation that Dr. Davis had a couple Halloweens ago
Oh
on like a
yeah,
poster board? Yeah, their equations are kind of like that. They're that long. Okay, so we had a little bit of a technical difficulty last night, so we're starting the rest of this a different day.
yeah. It'll be all right. It hopefully through the power of editing, you guys won't really notice much, but yeah.
So we were talking about how horrible accounting is, but some other exciting things happened while we were gone. You got your black belt.
I did. It's just a probationary one right now. It's just kind of like, oh, you did half of your test for it. We just have to wait a little bit longer so you can do your other test. So that's coming up in January. Um, yeah, I'm kind of nervous.
That's fair. That is very fair.
Yeah.
And while we're gone, I got a few belts.
More than a few.
I got my red belt and my brown belt and now my purple belt.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm also kind of in the same place. I'm excited but also nervous because of all the pre-testing I have to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. But you just got to chip away at it. And it's like they say, it's those 6 months leading up to your black belt are the times when you actually see the most improvement.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very true. The next thing is we rescued an injured kitten while we were away.
Yeah,
more like you rescued an injured kitten while we were away.
That was kind of scary because I was actually on my way to pick you up from work, and as I was pulling out, I noticed this little black fluff, like smack in the middle of the 2 lanes on the road, and I kind of waited because I wanted to see if it would move. So this big truck passed by, just barely missing this little fluff ball, and it moved. So I threw the car in park, ran out, grabbed it. It was a kitten. Its ear was like halfway cut off and stuff. His tail looked broken, but we brought him inside. We took him to the vet, and he was okay, just a little beat up, but nothing that he was, like super critical on. But yeah, now he's here.
Yeah, his name is Kenji. We initially were going to keep him, but our cat absolutely despises him, and we don't live in a place where we could have gradually introduced them. So it probably just wouldn't have worked. Maybe eventually she would have gotten used to him, but we thought it would just be safer to not have him be in a situation where our cat could potentially murder him.
Yeah, and then especially, work and, me going through school and everything at the time. I don't think it would have been a smart idea leaving her alone with a kitten, especially, like a 4-week-old kitten.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been pretty, but he's still around. He's a good boy.
He's still in our house, just not with us.
Yeah.
And he's very long. He has a very regal nose.
Yeah. He looks fancy, but it's good. Super long tail too.
Yeah, he has a very long, skinny tail. I don't think I've ever seen a cat with such a long, skinny tail.
Yeah, that's definitely a tale to tell.
I think his tail is like as long as his entire body.
Yeah,
like pretty dang close.
He's gonna be a big dude. He's only about 6 months old, and he's already pretty sizable. So.
Skinny.
Would have been funny if we, brought in like a panther or something.
Oh my god! Imagine.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That would have been interesting. It's like the time when my mom was super young, but I think she found a cat, and it actually ended up being a bobcat, or her cat had kittens with a bobcat, something like that.
Oh,
and they
wow.
were just all really weird looking.
I'm sure. Wow, that's crazy.
And then the next thing that we were doing most of the time when we were gone was wedding planning.
Yeah.
That consumed a lot of time and was very stressful. I don't feel jealous of anybody planning a wedding right now.
Yeah, especially now. Now is it's a bit of a weird time, especially with everything, all the prices and everything. But it's definitely something to where, in the event that anybody out there is getting married or anything, just support each other, because it is very stressful to go through.
Yeah, you'll find that there's a lot of really little things that you didn't think about, and then you're going to think about them like last minute and then be like, well, who's going to be doing this? Where's this person going to be? Who's pressing play on our music? If you decide to not go with a DJ like we did.
Yeah.
you know, just all these random little things. Because I feel like everything initially was going very well, and then like the last 2 weeks everything like didn't go well.
Everything just kind of collapses a little bit. But people have told me, you know, that's kind of just how it goes.
Yeah, that's just how it is when
Like
you have a wedding.
You think you're planning everything perfectly. Nothing can go wrong. But it's not until the final stretch to where like these certain things can go wrong. And they will go wrong.
Yeah. It's like I do want to do kind of like a price breakdown video at some point, but just to like give a little context, like our caterer ghosted us until like the day before when we had already gotten another caterer.
Oh yeah.
Well, our marriage license ended up not getting signed.
But I mean, it's all over and done with, so that's a good thing.
And it was still a very good day. There wasn't a lot of people, but I think it was better to not have a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like there's a lot more of like an expectation. Like, oh, why did they do this? Or why didn't they do that? Or blah, blah, blah. And it's harder to clean up. And
yeah,
all
definitely.
all these other things.
Definitely less judgy eyes when it comes to having a smaller group at your wedding.
Yeah.
And that actually brings up another point. It's like you and your spouse, that's your day. Like I know a lot of people try to focus on the guests and stuff, which is important, yes.
Yeah.
But it's mostly like 99% of it is for the bride and groom.
Mm-hmm.
I think so anyway.
Yeah.
So little tidbit out there for anybody that might be planning a wedding or something.
Yeah, and we also chose to have it at a like smaller space, so it didn't cost as much because I followed the wedding planning subreddit while I was planning the wedding, and there were people like, "Oh yeah, we're currently at 150K." 2 months in, and it's like, oh,
excuse me?
How did you already spend 150K? What are you doing?
I think I remember you telling me one post on there about how somebody was like, oh, I already took out $100,000 in loans, but I'm still missing all of these other things.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild to me. Please don't go into debt if you can avoid it for a wedding.
Just don't get married if it means you're going to go into debt before your marriage even starts.
Yeah. Now, I'm hoping that, you know, anybody out there at least, that if you are getting married, at least your spouse understands that not everything has to be so extravagant. Mm-hmm. Like if you can't afford a super fancy wedding, you shouldn't be having a super fancy wedding.
Yeah. That's like, I feel like even though our wedding wasn't that expensive, it still looked relatively extravagant.
I think it looked great.
Yeah.
Like even, you know, the little church that we were in, it was still a really nice church.
Yeah.
So.
And that church is ancient.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, those were the best ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, of course, you know, we were, what is it called? The reception. Mm-hmm. Everything looked really good. And that was all budget stuff.
Yeah. That was all like, oh, this thing is like $10 cheaper on Amazon. Let's go with that one instead. You know.
All in all, it was a really good day.
Yeah, it was a really awesome day.
Best part, it wasn't super expensive.
And it didn't last that long.
Yeah. I straight up wanted to put a banner that said, please leave by 9.
Please leave by 9.
I didn't want to stay there for so long.
Yeah, no.
But yeah.
Yeah. And that's also why we opted to have honeymoon later on.
Yeah. Not only do you get to save a little bit more, but, you know, the wedding didn't cost as much. So you can spend a little bit more on the honeymoon, which I think is a much better money sink.
Yeah.
Still don't go into debt for your honeymoon, but...
Yeah, exactly. It's like, spend within your own means, but also I feel like you shouldn't skip out on like having a nice honeymoon.
Yeah. have what you can afford.
Yeah.
Do what you can afford. I know that sometimes that's a lot easier said than done, but
yeah.
It's good stuff.
So yeah, I do feel like going more in depth on that in a different video, just because I thought it was very interesting to see like how much money people were spending on their weddings and like what they were spending money on. And maybe that video can help other people who are trying to have a wedding within a very small budget.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Shoot, you could even have a wedding in your backyard if you really, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Or in a family member's backyard.
Something.
Either way, topic for a different video.
Yeah. And then I wanted to talk about the games that we've played since we've been gone. Since we have a lot of gaming stuff on our channel. And we'll have more gaming stuff in the future, I promise. We will have more game-related stuff.
I do still want to do some Let's Plays. It's not going to be anything crazy, but
something.
Maybe introduce something to someone. Who knows?
Yeah. So the first game on my list was Death Stranding 2.
Oh gosh. It was a beautiful game.
It was also very sad.
It really was. Like, seeing Sam go through, what he did, especially with BB, it was a little rough at the end there.
Yeah.
But it was still a happy ending, which is good.
Mm-hmm. The graphics are absolutely mind-blowing. Like, the introduction to the game straight up looks like it was filmed with a super high-definition camera. Like, it does not look like it was animated at all.
Yeah. It's just pretty. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't think they could actually make a game that pretty. And shoot, even just going through the gameplay, it's really... Yeah, like if you have it just playing in 4K, it would make my brain explode.
Mm-hmm. But you can still tell that it's a game because of the weird teeth.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there will ever be a time where any game developer can make teeth look normal.
Yeah, they just make them seem way too perfect.
And they're like, you know the gum that's in the shape of a rectangle and it's just like perfectly round and white.
Oh yes,
that's what the teeth remind me of. It's just like little sticks of gum.
That's pretty much what they make them look like. I'm sure like later on, maybe with the PlayStation 6, maybe we can finally get teeth right, just like the way we got hands right.
Yeah.
But
instead of it just being like,
they're just, if anybody's ever played like the old Grand Theft Auto games like San Andreas and all that, but yeah, their hands are just like kind of fused,
and they're rectangles,
and their wrists don't really even move. It's just, yeah.
I love it. It's so funny. And then I played Astrobot after a while of it being released, and I think Astrobot is a very, very fun game. I do think its Game of the Year award was justified.
Yeah.
It's a very good platformer, collect-a-thon game. I mean, I grew up playing games like that. One of my favorite ones is Spyro, so of course I was going to enjoy a game like this. Some of the levels were very, very challenging, like the X and O and triangle, like speed runs and stuff like that. Oh my god. Don't even get me started. But other than that, it was really fun. It was really cool to see like old and new PlayStation characters turn into like cute little robots. And then you have worlds that are kind of inspired by the worlds of those characters. Like, there was a Tomb Raider one, there was a God of War one.
Seeing Kratos and Thor as little robots, well, not so little, but as robots, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's funny because the Thor robot is like bigger than most of the other robots. Yeah. So that was really funny. But yeah, and then it's cool that you can collect like items that are related to that character. So when you're in the little hub world, you can like interact with them, and it was really fun.
Oh yeah, it was nice to see.
It's like how there's the zombie robot for Leon. It
Oh yeah.
was very funny. They're very cute.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty fun game.
Yeah, and I think there's even some stuff that came out for it after I played it, so I might have to revisit it again and see what new stuff there is.
I love me some updates and surprise DLC.
Yes.
Love it.
Especially because I think all of the DLC for that game has been free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Even better.
Yes. Much better.
Nothing like free DLC.
Yeah, because I hate when it's like, oh, you want to play this new thing? Well, guess what? It's $45.
I feel like there's some bitterness between you and The Sims right now.
Yes.
Because every single DLC is $40 and they have hundreds of them.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
There's so many packs. I think all in all, it's like $50,000 or something at the end of the day.
I wouldn't doubt it. And I know people.
I might be exaggerating. It might be something closer to like $5,000, but
who knows?
It's a lot of DLC, especially for each pack to be $40. It's killer.
Mm-hmm. This is why mods are king at this point.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, I need to download some mods for my games.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was kidding. The next game was Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma.
If you've ever played a Rune Factory game or a Harvest Moon game, you might like this one. It's a little bit different. The farming in it it's not the same. It's more like auto farming because you have people coming to like different islands and stuff. So they pretty much farm and sell all of your crops for you. You still have all of the basic weapons, when you go dungeon crawling and things like that, but it was more of a spin-off. It was like, oh, we're waiting in between Rune Factory 5 and Rune Factory 6.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was just like, here you go, you freaking heathens. Just hang on
be quiet.
Few more years. Yeah.
I also feel like it was really glitchy.
It could be really glitchy.
Like when it just randomly turned you around.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like by now that's already, fixed.
You'd be surprised.
But yeah, you never know. This is true. It's like Adele?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. A developer is like, oh, yeah, there's this one really horrible issue in our game. Let me go mess with this other thing that was working and break that one, too.
Oh, God, that reminds me of another game. I don't know if it's on the list, but...
Which one were you thinking?
Borderlands 4.
It is on the list.
Oh, okay. Well, now that we brought it up, let's talk about that one. Borderlands 4. Great shooter-looter, billions of guns, a lot of missions, and to start, you have 4 Vault Hunters. Basic formula for Borderlands games. However, it started off, especially for the PC version, it started off being weird. There was lots of glitches, graphical issues. The biggest thing that people complained about was actually performance, because people that even had really high-end PCs were getting FPS drops and all kinds of issues from the vanilla version of the game. Right now, there is actually a free DLC that they released for it, which was the Christmas DLC, which kind of makes up for it, but it kind of broke other things. Like now you have enemies that have a insanely efficient regenerative ability, and unless you can one-shot them, they won't die.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so there's that. Outside of all of those issues, though, it is a very fun game. you still have the 3 skill trees, 3 different types of action skills, different abilities for everyone, and pretty much every Vault Hunter, they all have their little niche. So you have Vex, which is the Siren, and she's really good with just all-out elemental damage. There's this one broken build that she has. It's the Infinite Bleed build, so as an example. But we can go on and on about this.
I have 2 comments. My 2 comments are, if you liked the comedy of the previous 3 games, there's no comedy in this one. It's not funny. At least not to me. I don't think it's funny.
It doesn't have the toilet humor, is what it is.
Yeah, if you liked the immature potty humor of the previous 3 games, it's not there. It's non-existent. I mean, there are some funny moments, but I feel like the rest of it is more just what's the cringiest thing we can make our character say? And that's what they did. Even more cringy than the 3rd game, which
that's surprising.
The 2 villains of the 3rd game were insanely cringy, but I feel like everyone in this game is cringy.
Especially with Rafa. How he just talks about himself in the 3rd person.
Yeah, it's what, my guy?
Dude's way too into himself. But he is a good character to play as, so. But yeah, this one it's also different from other Borderlands games because they try to make it way more open world.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did a pretty good job at it, but it's a different formula, so not a lot of people actually like it. So yeah, just be aware, if you're on foot in this game, you're really not getting anywhere.
Yeah,
if you thought it was hard in the 3rd game or the 2nd game, it's a pain harder in this one.
Yeah, so that's our miniature Borderlands 4 review. Merry Christmas.
I'd give it at least a 7 or an 8 out of 10.
I played a couple hours of Silent Hill F, and I will say my opinion is a lot different than most of the other people who played this game. I absolutely hated that game.
You know what?
I did not play it all the way through. It was awful.
Just miserable.
It was miserable. A lot of people are saying, oh no, it's not a Souls-like, but then every single person that I've seen who says that they enjoy the game are Souls fans. So take that as you will.
From what I saw, it's just they tried to emphasize the combat a lot. And it's not a Silent Hill game.
Yeah, no. It's way too combat focused, and there's too many elements of combat to try and focus on all at the same time. Because it's your weapons, they have durability, most of which is horrible. There's a focus element to it, to where if you focus on an enemy, it builds up your heavy strike. There's a sanity meter, which if you use your focus reduces your sanity, and then other different things reduce your sanity also, and if it goes all the way down, of course it starts injuring you. Enemies hit way too dang hard. And there's a point later in the game where you're just basically in a really long hallway with enemies upon enemies upon enemies upon enemies.
Jeez.
It does have a very interesting story. But I feel like when you're trying to focus on the combat so much, a lot of that story gets kind of swept away, especially with the types of puzzles that are in the game as well.
Right.
So it's I have to focus on not dying and also getting these puzzles right. So it's there are little pieces of lore and the story mixed in with puzzles and things like that, but I feel like it really doesn't matter when you're constantly on edge because you're so pissed that you're about to die for the 48th time on the easiest mode.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know. It takes a certain type of gamer to actually enjoy Silent Hill F.
Yeah, I'm like, I enjoyed the Silent Hill series because of the psychological horror and because of the fact that like you could follow the story without being stressed about combat. Like even on hard and like the Silent Hill 2 remake, it wasn't a constant issue.
Mm-hmm.
But with Silent Hill F, it's like no matter where you go, there's an enemy.
Just ready to bite you in the butt.
Yeah. Stab you in the butt. It's like, no. I don't want to play a fighting game. I want to play a horror game. It wasn't scary.
Yeah, a lot of horror games nowadays aren't actually really scary. I want something to really like make me, sweat through my boots, but
Yeah, it's like
there's not a lot of games like that.
that's why I'm excited for the Silent Hill 1 and possibly Silent Hill 3 remakes, because it's actual horror. Psychological horror as opposed to let me beat you with this stick that breaks after me hitting you twice.
Yeah, at least I'm not a fan of like games having certain mechanics that just make them difficult to be difficult.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of stuff like that. There's some people that actually enjoy those kinds of games, but I'm not one of them. So.
Me either. So stop it. And then the other one was Ghost of Yote.
Another beautiful game.
Yes.
Beautiful
very,
game.
very beautiful game. I mean, if you played Ghost of Tsushima, it's basically very similar in the way the game is set up. It's completely open world. There's the whole story that you follow. Characters that you meet along the way, different types of armor to collect. The one interesting thing about this one is that in each area that you go to, there is a different weapon that you have to learn. So that was really cool. It can get a little complicated at the end with remembering which weapon is best against which type of enemy, but I feel like since it gradually introduces the weapons, it's not as crazy.
Yeah. And this one, in the first game, Ghost of Tsushima, they had kind of something similar, but that was with stances, not so much with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost of Yote, because it is weapons, you kind of have to relearn that particular thing.
Yeah.
The combat for it. Because fighting with one sword is vastly different than fighting two swords, which is vastly different than fighting with, oh god, what's that giant sword's name?
Starts with the O. Oh god, I can't remember what it's called.
I wanted to say an Uchigatana, but I'm not sure if that was it. But
I can't.
Either way,
remember.
it's a katana, but like 4 feet long. So yeah, so it does it a little bit different this time around.
And I am someone that despises open world games, but I actually genuinely enjoyed this game. But it's because each like mission or story and little thing that you have to do is different. Like it doesn't repeat itself multiple times. Right. Whereas I feel like most other open world games, after a while, it just completely repeats itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Most RPGs, once you get like past the initial part of the game, it's nothing but fetch quests, really. It's like, hey, go grab this thing, bring it to me, and I'm going to give you this other thing to go take to them, and they're going to give you another thing to go take to someone else. Good luck.
Or even worse, escort missions.
Oh no.
Thank God there were not any escort missions in that game.
or like those escort missions where the NPC walks faster than you walk, but slower than what you run.
Yes.
Oh god, I hate that. You have to like go, stop, go, stop.
Oh, they died because you stopped at the wrong time.
Yeah. They're doing a lot better in newer RPGs with missions like that, because when you start running, the NPC actually starts running. And if you do end up getting ahead, they somehow sprint 100 meters in 0.2 seconds. You know?
Yes.
But yeah.
That was my list of games.
Right on.
Yeah.
All good games nowadays. Very AAA-y.
I would like to play more non-AAA games.
Would be nice.
But I feel like I've been struggling to find a game that I even really want to play. Ghosts of Yote, in like, the last 2 to 3 months is the only like game that I've really played and actually played it for a while.
That's fair. Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think you were going to actually see it through to completion, because again, I know how you don't like open world games and things like that. So, but I could tell that you really liked it. Speaking of, playing games that aren't AAA titles, one new game that I started playing since yesterday of the recording of this video is Moonlighter. Moonlighter 2 specifically, which is in early access, but it is a whole lot of fun. If you've played the first one, this one's going to be a little bit different, but it's still Moonlighter. And if you've never played Moonlighter, it's a game where you play as a merchant that has to go through different dimensions and beat enemies and go through all these things to actually sell in your shop, to purchase upgrades, new weapons, new armor, better potions, all of that fun stuff. So that's pretty much the main portion of the game. This is what you're going to be doing. And of course, you actually have to set the price for the things that you sell, and you can either sell them for too little, which you're not going to get as much of a profit, so it's going to take longer for you to upgrade things, or you can sell for way too much, and no one's going to buy it because it's way too expensive, and you can't upgrade anything because no one's buying anything. So you do have to actually keep things pretty affordable, at least. And by affordable, I mean like 3,000 gold for some things and 30,000 gold for other things. So it just all depends on the item.
Yeah.
And of course, that one does have DLC as well, the first one. They have a full package version of it on Steam as well. I'm pretty sure they have it for PlayStation. So if you are interested, I think it's on sale on Steam. I think I got it for $27 for the complete edition for Moonlighter. So yeah, if you're interested, have it a look-see and give it a shot.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I have.
Yeah, I don't have much else to contribute.
So that's kind of what we have had going on the past few months while we're gone. We promise we'll be a little bit more consistent with uploading. Probably not every week, but at least every other week. So it at least gives us some time to think about new topics and really like go in depth with what we want to talk about.
And I'd say, keep a lookout, because if it's not a podcast episode, then maybe we'll upload a Let's Play or, something like that. Or maybe we could even just upload rants.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can rant about a lot of stuff.
We'll see how it goes. If you guys have any comments, ask us some questions down in the comment section. Maybe we'll, answer them in a separate video. But yeah, once again, don't forget to check out Immortal Create. They have a lot of new things right now. Lots of new tumblers, which are really nice. So yeah, check it out.
See you all later.
Bye.